Alright, welcome in, welcome in. This is the Punkery Show, wherever you might be, wherever you may be listening. This is the CNR Radio Talk Show, simulcast on CNRradio.com. Alright, so this is going to be another random show here. Again, I am by myself, no Ali, which means we can do anything we want. But this time, we actually have a sponsor. The sponsor today is How Russians Have Sex.
Yeah,
They want you to do rapey shit.
I've choked girls during sex.
You choke girls too. You like, you want to choke? You want to choke? Huh? You want to choke from Vladimir? You want to choke? I give you choke. I show you very aggressive sex. I come to fuck you. Good. Huh? You like? You like? Do you like? You like? I choke. Vladimir will choke you. No problem. This is what I do to girl.
Always a pleasure.
You choke with Vladimir? I teach you lesson. I smack booty. You like to smack booty? I teach you lesson. Tell you in Russia we got a strong grip. I teach you lesson. Huh? You want? Yes, I'll take your neck, crush it. It's what I do to you. Eh? You like? I think you like girl like aggressive Russian hold. Hold.
Alright, that was Godfrey on Vlad TV reenacting How Russians Get Down. I think everyone can take a page out of that book if you like to choke when you have sex, I guess. Anyway, first out, I want to shout out your dad, the CNR player, your dad. He recently won the March Madness Donator Status giveaway topic. He won $20 million in Los Santos, and soon he will give me his person he wants to give donor status to. So GG to your dad. Kagora got second place, and HD got 3. Now, I'm still kind of, salty again that only about 15 people entered, because if you were on the forum, which I look at San Fio right now, and I do not think many players who are playing right now are on the forum. But listen, people go crazy for donator status giveaways. All you had to do rather, was enter and make a bracket. Okay, and the number one thing that people get scared of is, Rashawn, I don't know what college basketball is. I don't know these teams. I don't want to get embarrassed. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Octavia, her bracket was done on day 1. She had the worst bracket in the group, but I will definitely, respect her for making a bracket, because people are too scared of making a mistake as opposed to actually trying. All right, you try, you fail. If you fail, at least you tried. And your dad, the CNR player, has no idea what college basketball is, okay? But he still correctly guessed, or, we'll say guessed, the winner of the tournament, and he won another status. Look at that. He knew nothing, but he still won. And it just shows, it just makes me peeved. At the CNR players these days that can't join something unless it is to pick a number, honestly. Go fall in a ditch. But either way, speaking of falling in a ditch, for all those Europeans out there that know what's going on with America, alright, America is in turmoil, alright? We have Donald Trump as our president. And I'll tell you, the thing about Trump, this is the 21st century, the second decade of the 21st century. Things you can do things now that you couldn't do 10 years ago. I tell you, Donald Trump, he, on the campaign trail, a audio came out, grab him by the pussy and all this. I mean, you couldn't say that 10 years ago. Yet Trump still became president, and it really does make you wonder, what is really the state of this country? Alright, because remember in 2004, let me tell you, Borat, there was a candidate named Howard Dean. Alright, and what he did, he was at a rally, hosting a rally. And at the end, he said he let out a sound. The sound he let out was, yeah! All right. And he got ridiculed on television for the next week for making that sound. And pretty much he got knocked out of the campaign trail just for doing that. And I tell you, just absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid. I mean, but if he did that today, maybe it would be fine, you know. But these days in America, you know, we're veering away from the traditional politicians. You know, people are tired of politicians. Okay, they're tired of politicians. They want to actually have someone worth of substance to get into the White House. And now with Trump, you see these days now, you're talking about 2020 Oprah. People want Oprah to run for president. People want The Rock to run for president. You know, people are getting away from the traditional, you know, politicians, because politicians make people sick. You know, people in America, they want to watch their football games. They don't want to see anything political in their football games, or else they explode. And the problem is, these days we cannot filter out what we want to see and don't want to see. You know, if you see people protesting the anthem, the American national anthem at football games, why are you so mad? Just tune it out. Change the channel if you need to. And at the end, watch your football game. People get offended for some of the dumbest snits, and it really does make you wonder. But you know, about Donald Trump though, I don't know if anyone's, and GG to the people who are listening right now, because there are like, I would say 6 people listening right now. The advertise on San Fierro again, just to spam. There you go. So for those that know Donald Trump, all right, and the latest Donald Trump antics, last week there was an interview on 60 Minutes, all right, of Donald Trump allegedly having sexual relations with a porn star named Stormy Daniels. Okay, Stormy Daniels, all right, and apparently, because these sexual relations that Trump had with Stormy Daniels apparently came during, you know, while Trump was still married to Melania. Okay, so basically, you know how Trump likes to sue. There was a non-disclosure agreement so that Stormy Daniels could not tell people that she had sex with Trump, which, by the way, is a pretty nasty thought. To, you know, for anyone to have sex with Trump is a nasty thought, but for Stormy Daniels to do it. And by the way, I didn't know who Stormy Daniels was before Sunday when I saw the 60-minute special. But again, anyone who has sex with Trump and you actually hear that and internalize it, it's pretty nasty. But you know, again, there was a non-disclosure agreement. I think Stormy Daniels was getting paid off about $100,000 to not talk about the situation, but she went on anyway to expose Trump for the you know, dumb that he is. But I tell you, if a scandal, now listen, Bill Clinton, you know, Bill Clinton got to some huge stuff in the 90s. He nearly got impeached for you know, having Monica in the Oval Office, you know, having Monica Lewinsky in the White House. But it's 2018, you know, every man cheats on their woman. Okay, everyone. Look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, but Beyonce's staying, you know, and Beyonce made an album about it. You know, Cardi B got cheated on by Offset, but Cardi B is sticking with her man, all right? Bill Clinton cheated on Hillary Clinton, but Hillary's going to stay with her man. And, you know, Trump, allegedly, cheated on Melania Trump, but Melania for sure, is gonna stay with her man. All right. I would want to know what Melania Trump thinks about Donald Trump cheating on her, but especially because she's kind of Warrant, and she might not know what kind of words to say. So in that case, she may get tripped up a bit. But who knows? But still, I mean, you got Donald Trump. You can't do this type of stuff when you're a president, all right? And everyone is making excuses for Trump. Well, everyone cheats on their wife, blah, blah, especially the porn star, nonetheless. But, the sooner we know that Donald Trump is a deplorable president, we'll get him up the hell out of here in 2020, I tell you. All right. See, Donald Trump, okay, he is the celebrity meme in chief. These days on the internet, memes have taken us over. All the peppy memes, which are fucking terrible, I tell you. Remember back in 2014, we had the good memes, all right? The memes with the captions at the top and the bottom with the picture in the middle. Those were the good memes, all right? But these days, we got, the Peppy the Frog meme and all these other stupid memes, memes with countries and all this stupid stuff. Basically cyber memes. And, these days, the internet is getting dumber and dumber and dumber because of these memes. If there is one thing I would say that I agree with DSP on, is that PewDiePie, who is the number one most subscribed guy on YouTube, he is definitely he definitely has made the internet stupid. 100% he's made the internet stupid. But still, going back to Donald Trump, all right, and who voted for Trump? Obviously it's the poor white guys, the poor forgotten white guys. They all voted for Trump to get him in the office, you know what I mean? And again, he went on the campaign trail, like I said before, had the audio clip of the grab by the pussy and all of that. Now here's the thing, all right, and I talked about this either last week or 2 weeks ago when we were talking about women liking sports. But astoundingly, a lot of white women, despite what Trump said about women and said he would do to women, white women still voted for Trump at a reasonable clip. All right. Now, I don't want to generalize white women, all right, but what I have noticed is that white women are a lot more submissive, okay, and they're a lot more tolerating, okay. Now people always talk about refugees and all this stupidity, and how refugees are destroying Europe, you know what I mean? And yes, you can point to some situations where refugees have done some bad stuff to Europe, especially when you talk about the rapist thing, all right, and how there was this bogus argument on the forums one day of how the refugees have increased Sweden's rape rate tenfold. Well, number one, that's stupid. In 2005, 2006, something like that, Sweden basically redefined the rape laws. Right? They made the rape laws a lot more broad. So what we traditionally think of as rape is not, what rape is in Sweden. There's a lot more definitions to rape in Sweden. All right, that's one thing. But number two, I hate to say it, but a lot of women get raped. Okay, a lot. Whether it be between a refugee or between a stranger or by a significant other, your boyfriend. All right. Now, and I brought this up before, but I'll ask you one question. All right. If you're a woman and you've gotten raped, all right, let's just say, let's say, two scenarios. You get raped by your boyfriend, or you get raped by a refugee. Which one is more likely to be reported? Obviously, the refugee, because first of all, if you get raped by your husband, okay, let's say you got a family, all right, you report your husband to the police, okay, that may, dysfunct your family. It's not even the word, but it'll put your family in dysfunction, okay? I'm just saying truth here. I'm not saying that the woman should not report her husband, but as opposed to getting raped by a refugee or a stranger, obviously you are way, way more likely to report someone who you don't know raped you, as opposed to someone who you do know that raped you, right? That makes sense. I think that makes sense. But let's say that makes sense. Now, Sweden, as bad as the CNR players are, but Swedish people and women have been encouraged to, come out and, tell people, police or whatever, that they've been sexually abused, okay? Because I hear that Swedish women, are more independent compared to a lot of women in Europe, okay? But again, like I said, let's say you don't live in Sweden, but again, if you get raped by a refugee, okay, you're more likely to report it. But if you get raped by your significant other, alright, there's a chance the woman will not report it. A lot of rapes go unreported, bro. Sis, a lot of rapes do. Alright. Not sure I got into rape here, but that was one thing. Anyway, yes. Maybe, hopefully, when we come back, we'll have more Trump talk. Because again, like I said, Trump is a bad president. Oh, also one more thing before we go to break. Also, the people on CNR that have the Donald Trump names and all this, it really does astound me. I tell you, especially the people with Donald Trump names that are not from America. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure that the Donald J. Trump player, who's a cheater and hangs out with Sales, who proposed to Sales this week, I'm pretty sure I heard that he is from Slovenia. Okay. And I'm thinking, why do you give a damn about Donald Trump so much? Okay? In a country that likely is not going to be impacted by what Trump is going to do, yet you pledge your homage to him from Slovenia. Makes no sense. I really don't get it. There's another guy on CNR whose name is Donald Trump Dot. I have no idea where he's from. But, for these people who, pay homage to Donald Trump by having your name is Donald Trump, it just makes you look dumb. Makes you look really dumb. Honestly, I tell you. So keep the Donald Trump memes in the garbage, okay? Still better than cyber memes. Either way, we're gonna come back in a few minutes here. When we come back, we're gonna get into the numbnuts of the week, which will be Kentang. This is the Punkery Show. Alright, welcome back to the Punkery Show here with your host, Rashawn. Before we get back into the show, let's get into the sponsor, How Russians Have Sex.
Yeah,
They want you to do rapey shit.
I've choked girls during sex.
You choke girls too? You like, you want to choke? You want to choke? Huh? You want to choke from Vladimir? You want to choke? I give you a choke. I show you very aggressive sex. I come to fuck you. Good. Huh? You like? You like? Do you like? You like? I choke. Vladimir will choke you. No problem. This is what I do to girl.
Always a pleasure.
Choke with Vladimir. I teach you lesson. I smack booty. You like to smack booty? I teach you lesson. Tell you in Russia we got a strong grip. I teach you lesson. Huh? You want? Yes, I'll take your neck, crush it. It's what I do to you. Eh? You like? I think you like girl like aggressive Russian hold. Hold.
Like that was how Russians have sex. I'll break your neck, crush it. Okay, so two things. So the end of season 3 of Rate My Chase is coming up here. The last episode is the Cluckin' Battalion, which will feature Borrowed, Everything, Harry Thompson, and Rem Best Girl. This, I will tell you, this is the last time that I will arrange a final anything for anything, because it is kind of weird to have 4 players with the Cluckin' Bell skin inside of a car going around the city. I'll tell you, I think we should have been a bit more natural with that one, but oh well. We'll see when it'll come out, because like I said, it took me 15 days to edit Chase Trials, which was the feature film, which starred a lot of your favorite, quote-unquote favorite, CNR players and their voices and all that, crossovered with Danganronpa V3 and all that. That was great. I tell you, it was a pain in the ass to edit, but it is the best snit I've ever made. I'll tell you that. And oh yes, one more thing. Shout out to the Fag, who's on the server right now. There's a guy in San Fior right now, and by the way, at the end of the show, maybe 10 minutes, depending on how many people are listening, because right now the turnout is pretty snit. Yeah, right now, this is the Easter update. You know, I know it's during the week, but it's the Easter update. You'd think you have more people on the server, but that's not the case at all right now. Maybe at the end of the show, 5-10 minutes, will be a cop dispatch assistance to cops around the city. But I would like to, talk a bit of snit about bike warrants. All right. Now, especially bike warrant trolls. All right. Now, right now, there's a guy in San Fierro right now. His name is Chase the Cock. All right. Now, first of all, he told me what his, old account was, quote unquote old account, because he claims that it is perm disabled, which I don't believe. But the thing about troll bike warrants, all right, especially in Los Santos, you know that Los Santos, the east side of Los Santos, is barren, and no one really goes there. It's the hood. All right, but bike warrants go there. A popular area where bike warrants like the troll in Los Santos is around Saints Boulevard, where there are, alternate roads where bikes can go on to go in the air, and, go through certain alleys where it's tough for police cars and cops to recover and chase those bike warrants. I tell you, the real, if you're running from cops, the real thing, okay, if you're a real warrant, get away from cops in a car, okay? Don't use bikes, all right? If you're gonna troll cops, use a car, all right? Niggas trying to catch Tron would actually be the best troll warrant if he didn't cheat, all right? Because at least he has the cojones, or Arison for that matter. At least they have the cojones to use a car. But all these bike warrants, especially, this guy named Chase the Cock, bro. He's in the Cluckin' Bell skin. He uses a Pizza Boy, which is the easiest to maneuver vehicle in San Andreas. The Faggio, I don't know if Faggio and the Pizza Boy have different handling stats, but the Pizza Boy's handling is, excellent. So when you're trolling cops because you're running in a Pizza Boy, honestly, that doesn't really mean much of anything, because you're using the easiest handling bike in the game. You know. So what happened to Chase the Cock? All right, so he won Lotto on Los Santos a few days ago, and you know, I was arguing with Night Blue 3 because he kept thinking that this guy was cheating. And I told Night Blue, alright, he's not cheating, bro. Stop complaining. Just try to go after him, alright? But of course, as a troll, and trolls do, you know, they take John Shooter, nice job. You know, they take anything that is spit out, and they assume GG John Shooter, 500k funding for Wraith My Chase. That I just felt like a DSP right there. Thank you, John Shooter, for the 500k! The 10-bit cheer! Ah, that'll get in the Wraith My Chase funding. But, you know, I guess Chase the Cock thought I was talking about him. And he won Lotto, then, you know, he continued to be gay. And here's the thing about players and bad names, alright? If you have a terrible name, okay, you deserve to be abused, alright? So what I did after he won Lotto, because he was still unregistered at the time, he won a $5 million Lotto, right? So I kicked him. I kicked his ass off the server. And kicked his ass off the server, right? And he came back on and he was like, oh, Sean, why you kick me, bro? You know, shout out to Greens, GG. I definitely don't have a gay crush on you, Greens, but you know, he came back on the server, started complaining to me. You know, but I tell him, listen, your name is Chase the Cock, bro. That's what your name is. You are a troll fag, and you possibly are cheating. Okay? So, with all those factors into it, you shouldn't be surprised that you got kicked. Alright, then he tells me what his original name is. You know, he starts crying and snit. You know, oh, you're trying to take away my 5 mil. You know, there are also a few other idiots on the server. You know, there was Chase the Cock. There was Catch the Cock. I mean, honestly, bro, what kind of names are these? You know, and he actually did register Chase the Cock. Like if you look right now, Chase the Cock actually has game days in this city. I don't think he has. I believe he quit by now. But honestly, bro, like if you're gonna make a new account and try to quote-unquote start fresh, okay, what would possess you to make the name Chase the Cock? I mean, honestly, bro, it just I really think about the brain, you know, the brain scale and well-being of CNR players. Yeah, it just makes me wonder. It makes me wonder. Your name is Chase the Cock. You run from cops in a pizza boy. Okay? That's like saying you're the best cop when you use a cheetah 24/7. I mean, it's nothing. It means nothing. Okay? Look at Subtact. He uses an Infernus all the time, alright? Infernuses are really tough to master, alright? Because basically you have to retire your down button or your S button. You can't brake. You have to use you have to mash the space bar and handbrake all the time. If you master an Infernus, you're a pro! Alright? If you master a cheetah, that's basically, you know, getting out of 6th grade. Okay? If you master a pizza boy, what is that? It's a pizza boy, bro. You're a bitch. Okay? If you can destroy cops and troll cops consistently using a BF400, then props to you. I put my thumbs up for you. But a pizza boy, suck my ass, bro. And your name's Chase the Cock too? Yeah, suck my ass, bro. But yeah, that was just a shout out to Bike Warrant. Also, Numb Nuts of the week. What a campaign this year again. Campaign is set to get banned. Not sure if he got banned already, but you know, this guy, every time he gets owned by a player, he resorts to go back and use his cheats. You know, yes, I know. Campaign. He replied. Okay, so okay, I'll address it. Okay, let's be big men here. All right. So obviously you can't use the word "so be it" on the forum because you know that'll just attract you know weak-minded idiots to say so be it. The word "so be it" just entered my brain. You know how you talk to people, right? and they usually bring up one thing, but they may not talk about that thing unless you bring it up to them. But you know, eventually they will. But if you say it, they'll just think of it faster. So, you talk about, so be it, you know. That's why you can't say that on the forum. But let's be, you know, big people here. You know, let's be grown. Let's talk about the crashes ASI snit. Okay. Now, you know, I know people who have messed around with this snit. You know, I remember one day I asked Restfield, right? I asked him, why does his videos look so crisp? Alright? Because there was a time where I guess, you know, I did not disable resample on Sony Vegas, so like when I uploaded videos to YouTube, you know, whenever you pause it, the names would look smudged and you couldn't figure out what, you know, the names of the cops were and all that. That was especially when I played at 1280 by 720 on my old laptop, and the names were very small. It was pretty gay. But this crashes.asi thing, apparently, it uncaps your FPS on top of other stuff. Alright, I remember a couple years ago, Evangelist was banned by Lynx. They were both in the same car. They were both in a cabbie. And Evangelist was doing donuts. And then Lynx thought in her mind, she was like, this is not how donuts are supposed to go. Donuts are not done this quickly. So, although they were in the same car, Lynx banned Evangelist for that. Because, you know, when your FPS is uncapped, as you have seen some players do, they can do donuts and change the, you know, the orientation of their car a lot faster than people who do not have an FPS cap can't. Alright?
That's a good admin, you know? Even in the same car, you know? She did it. She doesn't care, you know?
Exactly. Now, Lynx got a lot of snit for this, and when you look back on it, she shouldn't have. Alright. Now, I will be honest here, and I don't think I should be saying this, but there is, even though it's intuitive by now, but there is no clear consensus right now, and I don't think there is going to be a clear consensus on crashes.asi. Okay? So, and there are people who say, you know, it gives a disadvantage. In some ways, yes, it does give a disadvantage. Like the donut thing I said. I think Alexi made a video about the differences in shooting mechanics between crashes.asi and normal gameplay. You know, when your FPS is uncapped, apparently driving is kind of wonky. Drive-buying is not very effective or not as effective. You know, and it's a lot more, you know, it's a lot better for people who are very good on foot fighters, because, you know, they don't have to rely on drive-by and whatever. You know, if you ask my opinion about crashes.asi, well, you know, we're not banning for it. Maybe we should. Maybe we should. Okay? But at this moment, and I think this is going to be it for the foreseeable future, I do not think that is going to be a major concern for admins, and whether or not people will get banned for the uncapped FPS snits, because crashes.asi is a mod, and quote unquote mods are not allowed on the server. Yet, why is crashes.asi allowed? And why is it not frowned upon? Well, I don't know. I don't know. And I think we've gotten too far. You know, it's, you know, we've gone in too deep, or, you know, too far with this, because there are multiple handfuls of people who use that mod, and it is very difficult to go around and tell tens of people, tens of Los Venturas fags, that they can't use this anymore. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I would like to use it because it makes videos look a lot more crisp. You know?
Yes, it makes swimming so much faster too.
Exactly, you know. Even though it's all 60
No, I'm being
FPS.
sarcastic actually. It makes you like go like 1 mile per like 2 hours.
Yeah, maybe, you know, because you know how I don't know if it's an illusion. It's probably not an illusion, but when you compare 30 FPS to 60 FPS when you drive, it really does feel like you're going faster when you're at 30 FPS. That's what I think. Of course,
Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
if you have 60 FPS, sure, you can still catch up to a car that's going slower than you eventually, but yeah.
Dude, let me actually tell you something. You know, I've been doing stunts and stuff, and recently I noticed that on 60 FPS, I couldn't do some of the stunts, but on 90 FPS, I could easily do it. Like, it made a lot of change.
Yeah, you know, and there's a huge like the scope, the the wavelength has been increased because you now have got Borats who play under 25 FPS. You've got people who play at 60 like normal people, and you've got people who play with 200, 300 FPS that break their game and all this because San Andreas obviously is a 2005 PC release, you know what I mean? But as computers get stronger and stronger, they're able to abuse the game because, this wouldn't be a thing in 2010 because, those computers, the highest end computers back then probably couldn't, 200 FPS this game. But, it's 2018, 13 years after, you got people with a ton of FPS, but I don't remember a lot about crashes.asi. When I see people use it, it's like I remember Ludi Fizzy and his Rate My Chase. He was like, "Oh, Shadow, let's get a chase going," and he's doing the donut thing to reorient his car, and I'm like, I didn't like it, but I mean, and I know tens of people using the mod isn't an excuse, especially when you're gonna ban or tell one person not to use it. Because I remember somebody told someone to stop using it, but you still got a whole bunch of other people using it too. So it's like, yeah. It's not as concise as light mods or car mods, car skin mods or whatever, and all this. But I don't know. Campaign, contends that the FPS abuse is as big of a problem, but I don't think they're on the same spectrum. Honestly, aimbot damage mods, the quick jump, the fast jump, the long jump he was using a month ago or two, I think that's a lot more severe than the crashes gayery. I don't like it, but I don't think that's gonna change, man, quite honest with you. This turned from a numbnut of the week to a crashes.asi discussion. Excellent. I think that was a good one, though. Anyway, let's see here. Last part of the show here. Let us be a dispatch person. All right. Last week, basically, as a celebration for Ali not being here, we did anything we wanted. So basically, the entire show, around talking about random stuff, was me assisting cops in where warrants were and what warrants we're doing. And for the final 5 minutes here, because I'm not really sure if there are San Fierro players listening, but we're gonna go around the city and mess around with what warrants we're doing. Gonna snitch on warrants. All right. So right now we have ID 70. Real Joker just died. Never mind. Real Joker tried to rob the cargo ship in San Fierro, but he failed. GG. Shout out to Filbert. All right. Let me try to find a warrant that's in the city. HD! HD! Never mind, he's not a warrant anymore. There's a player named Gypsy Jew right now, ID 57. Gypsy Jew, he is running outside the San Fierro Police Department right now. I guess he just got out of jail. He is... Oh, nice job, Miami. Miami just got the arrest right there. GG to Miami for the arrest. I see an old fag right now. Old fag alert, ID 48, Mossad spy. That guy is a complete old fag right now. He is doing the vehicle theft mission. I think he just completed it. Nice job by Mossad spy and Filbert. Nice job, Filbert. You just got the arrest on Mossad spy. The old fag from 2007, at least. All right. Next person here. The only warrant right now in San Fierro is ID 53. Right now the lighting on my monitor is really bad, so I can't really see what's going on. But apparently he's in Backo Beyond. Subtact is already the first responder right here. Subtact is going after Thompson Beast in Backo Beyond. Anyone who wants to give Subtact a hand here, go to Backo Beyond. Give him a hand to take down Thompson Beast. He is on foot away from the water here. I can't see where Subtact is because my screen is literally dark. I turned the resolution to 800 by 600. And never mind. Subtact got the arrest on Thompson Beast. Look at this. HD's a warning again. HD, everyone go after HD. He got 3rd place in the bracket challenge. The only American to be in the top 3. He just got his tire knocked out. And HD pretty soon is going to get taken down. Right now, Arb Hero M and Muslim are going after him. Arb Hero M is a cheater. But right now, HD is at his most vulnerable. He's using a FCR 900, which is overrated these days.
The best car. I mean, if it's a cop bike, it's the best one.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, FCR, eventually chase somebody. There's right now an HPV trying to lag pit him. I don't understand that. No, just a guy just hit him. I think his name is Aaron. His name is Aaron Boone. Yep, Aaron Boone, who is also the New York Yankees manager right now.
Reminds me of Eric Kahn somehow.
Actually, Aaron Boone kind of does look like Eric Kahn. I know you don't know who Aaron Boone is, but he kind of does look like Eric Kahn. Like if Eric Kahn were 15 years older and didn't, age as much, because Aaron Boone looks young for his age. That's what Eric Kahn would be. HD right now is being chased by Surgic, Filbert, and another fag on their car. I don't know who it is. HD though is still at large here. So if you want to go help those cops get HD, get HD. Alright, so 2 more minutes here. We'll do the cop dispatch thing for 2 more minutes. HD is pausing. What a noob. He's a noob. I think he might have timed out. He timed out. Clear timeout to avoid right now. GG. HD just timed out to avoid. Also, Cyril Suresh a few minutes ago talked about how Trump should build the wall already. Again, another non-American who is concerned about building a wall. First of all, I don't know where Cyril Suresh is from, but listen, okay, that does not concern your country. Okay, whether or not Trump builds a wall, it shouldn't mean a snit to you. First of all. Second of all, you play with no rules, alright? No rules is a cheater. What you should do is build a wall away from the cheaters in Samp, alright? So, Cyril Suresh, middle finger to you. Alright, last warrant here. Let's see here. ID 70 again. Real Joker is in a Comet right now. He's going southbound from Queens into Kings. As Christy Edge with his pimp thing. Make sure Eric Hun becomes your pimp. Fuck! Alright? No one's going to be your pimp, Christy Edge. No one. Okay, but right now, Real Joker is leaving the city limits of San Fierro, going to Foster Valley. So for the cops right now, make sure you get on your head and get Real Joker. He's going toward the airport. No, he's going toward the Easter Tunnel, toward the Panopticon. So cops, get on there. Get on there. Alright, the other warrants right now, Manhattan is in Los Santos, and Technic is in Maverick near Las Barrancas. So no other warrant activity to be said. Oh, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. That was the Punkery Show here. We talked about Trump. We talked about crashes.asi. As Subtact is gonna go for Real Joker. GG in advance to Subtact for the eventual arrest he'll get on Real Joker. Not sure what's gonna happen tomorrow. Eric Hun may be here, or he may not. But I will say, if Eric Hun is here tomorrow, I'm sure they'll guess that fag. I don't have any...
what if isn't? No, never mind. Because we need more time for the other guest.
Yeah, no guess that fag today.
Go home with everybody. No guess that fag.
And one more thing I guess that fag, I wanted to say something else. And this is actually a... okay, I'll save it. Never mind. Let's save it for next week, because Lord knows I am running out of stuff to say, especially when we talked about Trump today. But next week at the Punkery Show, we'll talk about seeing our players, how they're very cliquey, and how they're not very observant of players that they play with on the server. And by play with, I don't mean play directly with, but players who are also on the server at the same time. They pay attention to their click, but at the end, they don't, pay any mind to anyone else. That's the exact opposite of me. In order to do guess that fact, you have to know what other players do. That's why we've had many players on Guess That Fag. And also why we've had many players in this game say pass all the damn time. That goes back to the people being in fear of, people thinking they're dumb. You know what I mean? If I say majority Las Venturas player and you say Sigma, I mean, of course, that's not the best guess.
Or Babul.
Yeah, or Babul, It's not the best guess, obviously, but at least you tried. Alright? Don't be a pussy and keep saying, pass every time. Every time. But, a guess is better than nothing. Alright? Like we said before, trying and failing is better than not trying at all. Alright? Good. So, finally we can end on that quote. This is Rashan, and for all the fags here, this was the Punkery Show. See ya next time.